another loan Kenya is expecting next week. This time round, we have decided to face the Middle East, and this is what is now happening. It is 193 billion to be given to our country. Even before I read the sources of information, I asked myself after an encounter with this, how many times should we borrow? And how many times should we pay loans? Those are the two questions I asked myself. Then I said that we are only here in this country. The leadership we are experiencing is that they are only serving their self-interest. They don't care how many Kenyans will suffer on the loans they are borrowing. They don't care how Kenyans are going to pay these debts, but still continuing to borrow, and continuing to overtax Kenyans. Yesterday, when I analyzed that we are getting bankrupt, I meant it, and I said that we must now stop borrowing loans, focus on our businesses, and ensure that everything in this country is well accounted for. Even if each and every person is paying tax, it should not be high taxation or heavy taxation. It should be a minimal taxation. And most important is industries. We allow investors and we exchange goods or foreign goods with other neighboring countries. This is what William Ruto's administration is after again. Kenya to receive Kenyan shillings 193 billion loan from the UAE next week. That is what is now happening. Another loan. Remember, we have many loans now. I don't know if this government cannot purchase this 193 billion. Yet the government set aside 5 billion for the office of the deputy president, the president, Salem Davadi, and I think and the rest, the three of them. And I analyze this by saying, if it is a matter of now calculation, both of them will pick 1.6, 1.7 billion. If Mudavadi is having that, the other person that, then we are still borrowing loan. Then if you try to talk about this, they pretend and say that let someone mind his own business. All is vanity. It is upon you to decide what you want to do for Kenyans. But it is painful, and that is why I've decided to bring it here. Whether they like it or not, we must speak and know the reason why they are after this money. Before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, it is still Zam Kenya TV YouTube channel, and it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you well in good health. I want to take this golden chance to appreciate you and recognize my new subscribers by saying thank you for such kind of a great job. Thank you for your like. As you bother the same boat with your members, please consider to share this video to your friends, family, and relatives. Let's proceed, and I want to be very much brief on this loan debt. What are some of the consequences of borrowing more loan? Let's begin by that. For instance, you personally, you have 5 sources of borrowing loan, which is okay. The first source can give you 500,000. The second source can give you 200,000. Then assume you borrowed 200,000 in all the sources. I know you will try to transfer. The other goes to the other, goes to the other, goes to the other. What if you take 200,000, that is 1 million in each and in 5 sources? Then you disappear with that 1 million. Do you think you are going to be capable to uplift yourself and pay the loan? Well, you might pay the first one, but the 4 will actually not be easy for you to pay, because you borrow and you don't practice more investment. You loot after borrowing. You enjoy the money. For instance, I will describe it as misusing the fund. But of the government of Kenya, they are looting because government has a lot of money. So you can't tell me we are not capable of raising 193 billion. Yet we have other sources of fund allocation. Nairobi City only per day produce billions of money. What about other parts of the country? We have other countries which produce billions of money in a day. Then, if it is 193, it is not bad to have loan. But it is wrong we have loan, yet this loan is not being well used. And that is the question I'm today asking the government. What are their plans? Have they even consulted Kenyans who are borrowing loan? They are just making their own decision. The government is not belonging to William Ruto. The government is not belonging to John Mbadi. The government is not belonging to top government officials. The government belongs to the people in the Republic of Kenya, and they have that mandate and right to question the president. Why are you borrowing? Because Kenyans are the one who have made President Ruto to be there by paying tax for him. He must be paid by Kenyans. Kenyans gave him job. But if his administration will keep on borrowing, will keep on doing nothing, he will make this country to be disparate from fund allocation. And many Kenyans are going to suffer on how we are going to spend our fund in the Republic of Kenya. Because even the other communities will now start complaining by saying, you borrowed too much, we must come for our loan. What about if it is 5 of them? These are the reason why William Ruto is implementing heavy taxation on Kenyans. Time will tell. Let us stop borrowing. Let us focus with Kenyans' agenda. Let us even ensure that any single day we save as a country and make this country economy to be stable, rather than having this mentality in the brain that we must survive with loan. It is wrong and not accepted in the society we are today. Our country Kenya is big. Our country Kenya has money. We have money. We have money. The problem is the corrupt leaders. They are looting the country. They are enjoying the fund and doing nothing with the money. But all is vanity. How many people have left billions of money while they were in the government? It is wrong, but it can't be borrowed, the legacy which you will leave behind by anyone, because no one is happy to be a thief or to be a looter. If you want to go far, even God is not against, even God will not be happy. You get the point? So it is wrong and not okay. Let us stop borrowing and focus on our resources. How can we utilize our resources for us to be stabilized as a country? Ladies and gentlemen, what are your take? I rest my case at this point. Bye bye.